Okay folks, it's Brad here and I'm about to go into Algonquin Park in the middle of winter, February 2024, overnight. So I'm going to take you along for the journey. We're going to set up a tarp tent, we're going to set up a pretty cool fire, and we're going to figure out how we're going to overnight and then come back here next morning. Beautiful sunrise behind me. It's 7:30, it's about -5. I got a sled. Let's get going. So I built this sled out of an old sled my kids no longer used. Painted it up, glued some boards onto it, did a fancy cut in the front, and now we're hauling stuff into Algonquin Park. So we're backcountry camping in the winter in Algonquin Park, and the rule is you need to stay 100 feet away from any river, lake, trail, or campsite. So the rules are, one of the spots you can park is Source Lake Algonquin Arts Center parking lot. So that's where we're parked. It stays plowed. And then you follow Source Lake Road about 1.5 kilometers down to the start of Source Lake. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go into this road over there and hike down for 1.5 kilometers and then figure out what's going on and try to find a good camp. So a couple of hills to start my little journey. They don't seem like big hills, but when you're hauling a rig behind you, they are. So slowly but surely we're making our way there. It's been a super mild winter. Most of the rivers and streams aren't really frozen up. However, we did get hammered with about 10 to 15 centimeters of snow yesterday. It was great skiing at Blue Mountain, and it's just made for an absolutely beautiful backdrop here in Algonquin. Beautiful morning hike in. So one thing you need to watch when you're doing what I'm doing, kind of hiking through the backcountry, super cold conditions, and you're hauling stuff, you got to manage your sweat. You don't want to sweat ideally, so I'm taking small little runs, taking a break, small runs, taking a break, taking my hat off at times just to kind of cool down, just trying to manage my heat. I don't want to sweat because then I'm going to be in sweaty clothes and then I'm going to get cold. It's not going to be good, so you want to try to manage your sweat. So this is remnants of an old rail bridge, of an old rail line that ran right there, across this stream, and up into there. And we're gonna follow that path, go in there not too far, and then set up camp. Okay, so this is where we're gonna hike in and set up camp. I don't know if you can see the game camera, but it's seeing us. I didn't bring snowshoes because they're too expensive. Really hard walking in snow. Just probably requires double the amount of work for the same amount of distance, so just think about that. So that is the old train line, and I'm probably, I don't know, maybe 100 foot, probably about 150 feet once you do the zigzagging to get here, but I'm here. Cleared out a little bit of an area, gonna go get some firewood, and then we'll go from there. It's a beautiful day. It's probably like -4, no wind at all. The sun is poking out. Okay, so we made it. So we hiked in about 2 kilometers. I'm not that far off the road. I'm literally about 2.5 kilometers from my car. So if things don't go well, I can head back there. This is my first time going winter camping, so there are some nerves, but I'm prepared. I did a lot of organizing, a lot of reading, a lot of research, a lot of preparing. I always bring tons of stuff. Anyway, so I think I'll show you that we're gonna have a good time today. Anyway, so I've shoveled out our area. I'm gonna put a plastic tarp down, and then I'm gonna build a tarp tent on top of that. They say with regards to layering, 1 layer on the bottom is as good as 2 layers on top. So you'll see me doing a lot of bottom layering for reasons. I'm going to get a fire going right here, and it's gonna kind of be against my tarp tent, and that is east. So the wind is going to come from behind me. I'm going to kind of block it. I'm using my sled to block wind as well, but I'm also in a spot that's not very windy, and it's actually not very windy, so all good on that front. I'm going to go get a boatload of wood. So just standing, dry, dead wood is what you want. You don't want to be battling with wet wood. I'm going to get a big fire going. I'm going to be doing some cooking, some pretty hardcore cooking, and I want to make sure I'm cooking off coals, not a big flame. Anyway, so I'm going to go gather some wood, and then once we're ready to get the fire going, I'll bring you back in. Okay, so our fire is ready to go. Got a whole bunch of small sticks in there, some sawdust for my cutting. I've got some extra wood. I've got some dead wood built up. I'm going to use a ferro rod to light this and get us warmed up. So let's give her a go. As you can see, that coffee's percolating. So some people just leave it percolating for hours and make tar. I give it maybe like 10 minutes, and then we'll have a nice cup of joe. Coffee's ready. That pot just by the fire just to stay warm. It's got a lid on it, and because I got this Yeti cooler, I can bring cool things in like French vanilla, non-alcoholic creamer. So I'm gonna go chill it by the fire, enjoy this coffee. I pulled some of the hot coals back into my little spot where my feet were, and it's kind of warming that area up, which is warming up my feet and drying up my feet. So kind of at the backcountry spa here. So a few must-haves when you're going backcountry. The map, obviously. You need to have a good map, well contoured out. Jeff's map is what I use for Algonquin. I got a solar powered light that I'm going to hang in my tent later on. It's awesome. It lasts probably like 3 or 4 hours at a low light, perfect for reading. And bear spray. It's been a mild winter. There was sightings of bear in Ellicottville, New York State, so I brought some bear spray in just in case. So fill it up probably 3/4 when melting snow. Put a lid on it or else it's going to get a whole bunch of junk into it. And then just treat it like you would normal water. Boil it for, I don't know, 30 seconds or so and let it cool. It's good to drink. At this time of the year, you could actually just drink right out of this creek. Okay folks, check out Algonquin Park Backcountry Winter Cribs. This is where I'm staying for the night. So all my stuff when you walk into the foyer, that's the water fountain. That's the kitchen. That's storage. Bedroom. And then this is kind of the living quarters. Cooking some good coffee right now. This is kind of where I stay. So I'm trying to keep my batteries warm and charged, and got a whole different conversation for that. There's my bed. So a tarp, a good flannel, and then I've actually got a foam, and then my sleeping bag, which is, I don't know what it's rated, but it's pretty good. And then I got a fleece on top of me, and then I've got another flannel on top of that. So I've got about 3 layers above, 3 layers below, and we'll see how it goes. Got a thermometer in here. This is 34 Fahrenheit, so it's just above freezing. Fire, and the way I've got it, and the way the wind is coming at it. And then I've got a thermometer over here. Okay, so chili. I make a batch at home. Combination of beef, pork, hydrate my own beans, a little bit of spice, not too much. I'll put the recipe in the video. And I literally, you just put it in the pot, lid on. We're just going to put it right next to the coals to warm up. And I'll show you what next step looks like.
The flurries in the morning, clearing late in the afternoon. Winds are coming northwest 20 kilometers per hour in the morning. High -11, UV index when we're low. Wind chill -24 in the morning and -19 in the afternoon. Saturday night, increasing cloudiness. Flurries at times heavy beginning near midnight. Local amount 5 centimeters. Wind up to 15 kilometers per hour. Low -19 with temperature rise.
So for filming, I brought this heavy battery backup. So literally it's I don't know, it's probably 3-4 pounds. It's beeping right now because it's on. It needs to be charged, but it's got some battery. So I'm using it to charge my Canon camera batteries, as well as my GoPro is being charged. And yeah, let's see what goes on from there. That's how I'm keeping my big things charged. And over here, my little battery packs, I'm actually got heat packs that I have on them just to keep them warm. Cold kills these batteries, so a couple of heat packs to keep them warm. It's working so far, so I'll let you know how it goes. We're gonna go down and get a little closer to this stream if we can. Oh, maybe not. Where there's a will, there's a way. Whoa. Okay, so dinner time. So I brought in some cremini mushrooms, and very, very simple. So butter, cremini mushrooms, again, my little salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Boom. And we're gonna put those on the fire. I also brought in some sirloin. So I go to Costco, I buy that top cap sirloin, I cut it up into strips, and then I cut it up into perfect little steak pieces, and then I season it, and then I either eat some, and then I freeze it into little packs. So I brought a little pack in, brought 2 steaks. We're gonna grill those up on the grate once the coffee is done. I also have potatoes. So these are just boiled russet potatoes. Hard to see with the steam and the light. The negative, I think we're what, -6 right now. Anyways, I got potatoes. I'm gonna drain. And then butter. Salt. Oh, butter, salt, pepper. And last but not least, I have a tiger shrimp skewer. These are 8x12 shrimp. 8x12 meaning you get 8 to 12 in that range per pound. If you had 3140 shrimp, you'd get 31 to 40 per pound. Anyways, we're gonna grill these up with our potatoes and our mushrooms. We're gonna have a feast. I'll show you what it looks like when we're done, and then we're gonna snuggle into that sleeping bag and see what happens. So there you have it. Tiger shrimp, grilled sirloin, cremini mushrooms, and buttered potatoes. It's gonna go down good. Okay, so the dishes are done. Dinner was awesome. Saved a little bit of steak for tomorrow for breakfast. We'll see. And I think I'm gonna crawl into this tent and try to get a little bit of wink. I'll probably end up just fiddling around on my phone, but we'll see what happens. And then plan is to get up around 5. Sun should start poking around 7, 6:30 or so, 7, and then we should be on the road 7:30ish. It's like -6, no wind, so it's actually not too bad, but hopefully that doesn't turn around and bite me in the butt. Anyways, good night.
Accumulation de 5 cm par endroit, vent jusqu'à 15 km/h.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for many more Algonquin Park adventures.